Hey everyone, welcome back to the OBE, the out-of-body experience experiment. I'm your host and scientist, Ryan M. Stanley. Today is day 17 of the OBE. A couple things to report, a couple things to keep note of. One, let's get down to the skinny, no out-of-body experience for me yet. Two, no lucid dream. So we are one lucid dream in 17 days, no out-of-body experiences yet. Now, that being said, I've got three things to note. A, my wife had not an out-of-body experience, but a similar dream to the one that I've been speaking about. So obviously she sleeps next to me. And she told me this morning that she last night had crazy dreams. She said she couldn't wait to tell me about it, but she was in a place where, similar to something that I had mentioned in the past, where I had somebody kind of put a sword on my shoulder or something like that. She had someone come in who she couldn't see. It was a male energy, she said, but there's no face or actual person to it. But he came and he put his hand on her head. And when that happened, she just, again, had a very similar experience to what I shared, where I was just filled with a physical, almost vibration and energy, where she was just so comfortable. She didn't fall to the ground violently, but just slowly curled up and just felt so good. And when she got up, she was in a different place. And after she looked around and she got to see what it was, and I forget some of the details of this, but she said it was awesome. And then he came up and he did it again and put her hand on her head, and the same exact thing happened. She fell down comfortably, relaxed, and when she stood back up, she was in a new place. And this happened 3 or 4 times. So she was, dimension hopping, hypothetically speaking. Just interesting to know or to ask from a scientific standpoint, is this intention that I'm putting out there? Is it just that I've been talking about it? I don't think she's actually watching these videos. So she is not necessarily getting all the information that I'm putting out on a daily basis, but I certainly have mentioned it clearly once or twice that this is what I'm working on, this is what I'm doing. I've shared my experience about my dream in the past, as I did on a couple days ago on this video. But I'm just curious, is there some sort of a vibration, osmosis thing going on? Is there some sort of a thing where she is picking up the energy and intentions that I'm putting on? And she is very susceptible in that way in general. And she is a lucid dreamer on a regular basis, so who knows? So I just want to point that out and add that to the notes of the experiment. 2, I mentioned a buddy of mine, Kirk, who has sent me binaural beats in the past to attempt to listen to and add to my experiment. Last night, he sent me a YouTube video of a gentleman who claims to be able to tell you how to astral project in one day. And so I haven't watched it. Like I said, it's about 20 minutes long. I had a pretty busy work day yesterday. I worked until about 11:30. So I've not made time to watch the video. I plan to make time to watch it today. And I'm sharing that with you because, and I'll put it in the description below, but I'm sharing that with you because ideally that will add to the experience this evening. And this evening we will, after a culmination of 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks of intentionally visualizing and mantra saying as I go to bed, combined with whatever this guy is going to share that I can do in 20 minutes, he can teach me how to do it in one day. Ideally by tomorrow, or at least by the end of this week, we are going to have an official out-of-body experience to share on the out-of-body experience experiment. And 3, the third thing I want to share is it's become such a habit to go into this visualization space. My cat actually woke me up this morning around 5:30, wanted to go outside. So I got up, let him out. And then I went into the other guest bedroom to lie down. Hopefully I could see, again, just attempt to get into the visualization. And obviously no out-of-body experience at that point, but I will share for anybody who's having trouble sleeping. One thing I'm noticing as I start to kind of focus on the visualizing of myself being in another room, I'm still getting the tingling sensation. I do drift off pretty quickly in any case. In fact, almost to a default now, like where I'm like, oh, I kind of want to spend almost more time focusing on the visualization because maybe that will enhance my ability to have an OBE. But I think I'm invoking certain brain waves that are putting me into a theta state, or I don't know, actually, again, I say that word all the time, like I'm a real scientist. I don't really know. There is a state that puts you into sleep. It's either theta or delta, or I don't know, somewhere there. But check it out. You can do some research. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make stuff up and explain to you what I'm doing on this journey to an out-of-body experience. I don't know the details. I just show up to the plate. And that's all I got for today. So day 17, 0 out-of-body experiences, 1 lucid dream. I'm excited, though, obviously, to go into tonight with some new information from whoever this guy is that talks about the 20 minutes of, he speaks in 20 minutes. His video is about 20 minutes long, speaking about how to learn to OBE in one day. as always, if you had experience, if you've done it, you have any tricks, what works for you? How do you have out-of-body experiences? There's a lot of people out there who claim to do it on command whenever they want to. You can look it up. I see people on Twitter. I see people on YouTube. I see people on other comments of other videos saying that they do it all the time on Facebook groups. So if you are one of those people, please comment below. Let me know how it's going. Let me know how you do it. Any tips for anybody else who's watching this video as well. And we will continue this adventure together. I appreciate you. I appreciate you making time to be